Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, Falcons. All right. So today's date is either going to be 9/15, or maybe it's 9/16, 9/15, or 9/16. Today we are going to do multiplying, and dividing. Multiplying and divide. That should be a D. Multiplying and dividing with scientific notation. Multiplying and dividing with scientific notation. So you would have done the beginning of this after your assessment. You would have done the beginning of this after your assessment on Friday or Monday. So make sure that you review that first before we go into this. If you missed that, you can take these notes, but you definitely need to go back through and get those notes as well. All right? So the first thing we're going to look at is the parts of scientific notation. First thing we are going to look at is the parts of scientific notation. The parts of scientific notation. All right? And the first thing we need to know is, let's write this down. 1.23, so 1 and 23 hundredths times 10 to the fourth. 1 and 23 hundredths times 10 to the fourth. All right? Ready? Now, here's what we need to know. This front part, this 1, all right? This 1 must be 1 through 9. Must be 1 through 9. Okay? It has to be 1 through 9. This after part doesn't really matter as much. Okay? The 10, if we go back to our exponents, right? They're not leaving us. There's a reason we did them first. The 10 is going to be called our base. The 10 is going to be called our base. And the 4 is going to be called our exponent. Exponent. All right? Okay? So the number in the very front must be between 1 and 9, or must be 1 through 9. 10 is the base, 4 is the exponent. This whole thing is called a coefficient. This whole thing is called a coefficient. Okay? That whole thing is called a coefficient. That whole thing is called a coefficient. So I can highlight things that are alike. I can highlight things that are alike. That way it helps us when we're looking back later on to know what the heck we were doing. Right? Super important. All right.